I was going to have this really cool intro, and then I figured out my mics aren't attached. Can you guys hear me? Let me know below. We'll fire up these mics. There's a lot of news to go over. I want to go over it right now. Stand by. Let me give you a little hug. All right. We ready? Here we go. Hey everybody, Economic Ninja here. We have breaking news. I have got a lot of headlines. All of this stuff has happened in the last couple days or today, and we are going to start right at the top. Watch Gavin Newsom's Oakland, California be transformed into a war zone on Juneteenth. That is not even worth our time. Escalating Red Sea attacks drive up vessel insurance costs. Now, there's a lot going on, obviously, in the Red Sea. We are seeing just recently another drone attack a bulk freighter, and we watched the crew abandon ship. It's interesting because the cargo, remember during the pandemic where we saw $20,000 of these insane load amounts for a 40-foot sea train container. And now they're going back up for so many different reasons, but this one is insurance costs. It says Iran-backed Houthi rebels have been intensifying missile and drone attacks targeting commercial vessels in the southern Red Sea. The rebels have even threatened to extend their reach to the Mediterranean Sea. The recent sinking of the Tudor dry bulk carrier by a kamikaze drone boat marks a significant escalation. The ongoing turmoil has sent containerized freight costs soaring, along with insurance costs back on the rise. You know, I've been talking about a second wave of inflation. I believe that it's coming very rapidly, but it has nothing to do with this. This is completely separate. The inflation I'm referring to is all the dollars rushing back to the United States when countries figure out, oh, we really don't need dollars anymore. We can go buy oil around the world, but not only from Saudi Arabia, but other places in our own currencies or whatever country we want to buy from. That is going to be massive. But this right here, these rebels that are attacking these ships are going to be causing all of our costs around the country to be rising as the shipping and the insurance gets more and more expensive. It says right here, Bloomberg spoke with two individuals familiar with the maritime insurance market. They said the price of covering a commercial vessel for transit has jumped from 0.3% to 0.4%, 33% increase of the ship's total value. Sorry, stand by, to 6%. So it's actually more. It's between 100% and 75%. That's a massive jump. In other words, a vessel worth $50 million must pay upwards of $300,000 of insurance for one sail. The rate is nevertheless slightly below a peak reached earlier this year when attacks ramped up. This is absolutely insane. It says right here, let's talk about Gavin Newsom's California, because I'm not going to say the state's going nuts. I'm going to say its leadership is bat crap crazy. Type 2 if you agree with that. It says here, a new high-rise building will house Los Angeles' homeless in $600,000 units. It says a grand opening of Weingart Tower will have 278 units to shelter the homeless. It says here, there are 278 units in the 19-story development known as the Weingart Tower. It's intended to help people currently without shelter on Skid Row, and it will be LA's largest permanent support housing project. The building will have an entire floor of offices for caseworkers, in addition to a list of impressive amenities like a gym, an art room, a music room, a computer room, and a library. So far, these units, it says right here, it's considered affordable housing, but the cost to build this type of project still adds up. Each unit costs nearly $600,000 and is being funded by the taxpayers. Oh boy. Hey, just curious. Type 3 of $600,000 and all of these amenities like the art room, music room, computer room, and library would seem fancy to you. Just type 3 if that would be fancy to you and you're not homeless. It's really interesting what's going on in this world, especially in California. It says the $165 million project is receiving permanent financing from Proposition HHH. Man, I just started thinking about Preparation H. Which voters overwhelming overwhelmingly pass in 2016. I got a feeling they didn't overwhelmingly pass it. I have a feeling, just throwing this out there, that the voters didn't vote for it, and the government went ahead and said, no, you voted for it. You're good. It's like all the other things that Californians voted against, and they just went, well, we're just going to do it anyway because it's government money. I mean, it's your money, but we, the politicians, get to use it. Just this is why it sounds like Preparation H, because people are getting a total pain in the butt from this kind of crap. All right, moving on. Let's just dive into the next story. Also, real quick, let's just go ahead and throw this out. To anybody that's been unsubscribed or doesn't have a thumbs up button, it may not actually appear for everybody. Let me know down in the comments, and then let's spank the algos and hit the resubscribe. Just cuz. All right, here we go. Kit Kat maker, for all of you chocolate fans, warns coca-flation will send chocolate bar prices higher for consumers. Says here, Mark Davies, managing director at Nestle Confectionery UK and Ireland, issued a stark warning to chocolate lovers. While secured and hedged supplies of cocoa beans have kept Kit Kat bar prices relatively low amid the coca price storm. Oh yeah, it's happening. The full impact is about to be felt as candy prices will be hiked. Now, we're gonna stay on this theme of hyperinflation, because if you're not getting ready for a little mini bout of hyperinflation, well then you're nutball. And I only say that compassionately because most people don't understand how this works. But let's talk about coca, okay? And not the kind of Coke that Biden's got in his office. I mean, the White House. I mean, whatever. What I mean is that hedging. See, coca is actually exploding in price. It's hyperinflating, very similar to what you saw with lumber a handful of years ago. Now, chocolatiers, and we're just using coke as an example. I don't know if you've been paying attention to the price of copper and some other things, but things started to get a little pricey, and it's only just the beginning. All right. So they hedge these things. They buy long-dated contracts to be able to take physical delivery of the coca later on, and they pay for it with today's dollars for future, grabs. But the problem is they didn't hedge long enough. They thought that Biden was going to get this under control. That was crazy, people. But that's the truth. A lot of people, that voted for him think that he's going to get it under control, but he's just not. The only thing he's getting under control is, well, really nothing. So what's happened now is they've ran out of their contracts. Those futures contracts are like, well, crap, we're going to be paying more for coca. So your costs are going to go up. So you've got Houthis attacking shipping containers. So everything's, at Walmart's going to cost more. You've got coca, exploding in price, hyperinflating. So your Kit Kats are going to cost more. Let's go ahead and see what else we got going on here. All right, cool. Hey, just curious, if you've seen the Economic Ninja before, that dork with this crazy hairdo, it's me. Type 5. I just want to see people type a lot of crap. And type 6, if you've never seen me before, maybe you think I'm a nutball. You may be right. Oh, here we go. This is good. U.S. pauses all Patriot shipments, and they're not shipping off good-hearted Americans. We're talking about Patriot missiles to other countries. They're going to redirect all these to Ukraine. Well, of course they are, because what they're doing is they are in the middle of protecting the Democratic Party servers. This is real serious crap. I say it with a smile. This is going to crap in a handbasket. It says the Biden administration continues going all in on the support for Ukraine. I mean, the hiding of his blackmail. And despite clear and universal acknowledgement that its forces are being beaten back along the front lines, and a manpower crisis, which is worsening by the day. A Thursday, a Biden administration statement has revealed a major decision, which is to significantly impact Washington's allies. The United States is pausing all shipments of Patriot interceptor missiles to foreign countries and redirecting them to the Ukraine. It's hard to even joke around about this stuff. A U.S. national security spokesman, John Kirby, confirmed to, here, let me just rant for just a quick sec. Can I rant? Can you type 7 if I can rant? You got so many people that are sitting on the fence in this world, in the media, on social media. You know what? I pick a side. I pick a side for the American families that sacrificed for me, that I'd never even met decades and centuries before me, so that I could live in an amazing country. I don't sit on the fence. I don't like woke companies. I don't drink Bud Light. I pick a side. But you know what makes me sick to my stomach is watching all these people that are successes out there, and it's just going to be, but they're fence sitters, they're wusses, they're beta idiots, but they're tickling certain people's ears. Well, I'm ready to scratch a itch. Let's get back to this bad news. John Kirby says we're going to reprioritize the deliveries of these exports, Patriot missiles, so that those missiles rolling off the production line will now be provided to the Ukraine, he affirmed. The shipments in question are expected to begin rolling out by late summer. I did a story a little while ago that the CIA has actually been screaming and yelling at Zelensky, you know, the president, the leader of the Ukraine, the guy that was in one of those gay boy bands that like wore skin tight leather things and straps and just an abomination kind of guy, right? He runs the country now. He's been stealing money, your taxpayer money and my taxpayer money, and it's not all going to his war effort. But hey, at the same time, we can send dignitaries like Janet Yellen, someone that has never, ever, 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 ever had a real job, just worked for the central bank. Please go look that up. And she goes over to China and says, if you help Russia, we're going to sanction you. Like we're the bad boys on the block. Type 10 if you agree with that. And it makes you sick to your stomach. America has become the bully of the nations. And the nations are retreating and they're building a new financial system. This is why it's so important that you look to hedge out of the US dollar. You get out of debt. You know, maybe I'm not giving you financial advice. I bought a little gold and silver a while back. I bought some Bitcoin a while back. I went and stored them properly so that people can't come and get them. Maybe you should be doing that. See, I don't sit on fences. But I guess anybody without a set of cajones can go ahead and sit on a fence all day long. Rumi, thank you so much for the super chat. So here we go. Let's dive in a little bit deeper into the news. Why don't we? And we're gonna see. Just start typing all kinds of crazy crap. I mean, cool stuff, like not stupid stuff. I mean, you're all awesome people. 99% of you. There's still that one guy. I don't know why I keep showing up. You've been wrong all this time. Why are you watching? Well, I don't know. Okay. Here we go. Okay, we've spent billions of dollars fighting the Houthis and lost. Copy it. Sounds like other wars. Here we go. This is really good. Cyberattack. Major cyber incident paralyzes thousands of U.S. auto dealerships. I was going to do a video on this yesterday. Got a little busy. The company supplying software for managing sales and services to thousands of auto dealerships across the U.S. reported yet another cyber disruption on Thursday. Let me just explain that what they actually offer is cybersecurity. Let that one sink in. Ex-user car dealership guy reports the CDK Global sent an email to auto dealers informing them of yet another additional cyber incident. Car dealership guy is like the second time I was going to do a story before he even broke it, and you beat me. It's all right. He's a nice guy. Says, out of continued caution and to protect our customers, save our business, we are once again proactively shutting down most of our systems, the email read. So you have no protection because we just got attacked. Pretty cool, huh? CDX told its clients, which include almost 15,000 dealerships at the time, we do not have an estimated time frame for the resolution. Therefore, our dealers' systems will not be available at a minimum on Thursday, June 20th. Let me bring something up. I'm doing a video tomorrow. I have a buddy, one of my auto insiders. He's an amazing guy. Let me say I am if you're looking to buy a new car, you've been waiting for prices to come down. There is something that is happening right now in the auto industry, a little tell that they're hiding inside the advertising that actually tells you how much they're willing to take off the car right now. And so we're going to do a video about that tomorrow, and it's going to save you thousands and thousands of bucks, and it is just free advice. So keep an eye out for that video, because I also want to help this gentleman because of something the car dealership did to him when they found out that he was reporting on the truth. I know it sounds crazy, but it actually happens. All right, let's dive back into some more news. Hit the back button. Come on, work. All right, here we go. Micro U.S. stock markets. Oh, No, can't say that. I'll be turned off. Just joking. It's about Israel. U.S. ready to back Israel against Hezbollah if diplomacy fails. CBS News claims original video of Biden wandering off was digitally altered. How do you like that? See, now we can't even share real videos of people getting helped off, crapping their pants, falling upstairs, doing whatever he does. He's got a lot of hobbies. But if you think about it, we can't even show those because now it's like, they're not even deep fakes. Those are like, I don't even remember what they're calling them. Put it down below. It's absolutely insanity. We can't point this out, but I remember the last president he's had, Trump. You get in trouble, Trump, saying that word Trump. It's like he wasn't fit for office. Remember all those stories? Or like the Dems are like, you got to go and get a physical, and his doctor's like, this dude's healthier than I am, and I'm 25 years younger. It's weird. We can't do this. We can't do this anymore, huh? We can't just poke. It's not even poking fun. You're like, that dude's about to fall over. I think he's crapping his pants. Dude, help him. You can't even do that anymore because, you're making fun of our leader. Well, that's what happens when you're dealing with crazy people. Now think about this. Honestly, I think it's not a lot of people have lost their mind. It's just the very few people that have. They have the hands of the media. So this is what I want to do. I want to take back the media. I want to own the media. I want you to own the media. I want the truth tellers to actually own the media. Get all the views. None of these stupid fence sitters. Type 11 if you agree with that. All right, here we go. Here we go. Bullion and black gold bid. Bad news was bad news for big tech. It says jobless claims not good, housing data bad, Philly Fed ugly, and that meant the U.S. macro surprise index plunged to early 2019 lows, near the lowest level since 2016. Weird. Hey, real quick, shout out if you guys want to join the free, what's it called? I'm having one of those Biden moments. Better check my pants. Newsletter. I've got a free newsletter. Check it out. It gives you a synopsis of all the news that we went over and all that kind of stuff, because when the algo doesn't want to give you a notification, I will. Let's see. Treasury yields. Okay. Real quick here. We're going to take a poll. It's a little unofficial, though. It's like all the polls the White House takes. No, they really don't like Trump. Well, economy really is good. So we took a poll. What is your favorite investment right now? Hashtag it. I want to read this real quick. Thank you, Charity, for the super chat. Hashtag your favorite deal right here. And I want to see this. And the reason why, is it gold? Is it silver? Is it Bitcoin? My reason for asking you is because we have a treasury market implosion happening right now. We have the Treasury Department printing money in the form of bonds that are, yielding whatever they're yielding today. And they're taking that money and they're buying long-dated bonds from the banks that are actually failing. When I first started this channel 3 years ago, I said, I'm going to bring you through the greatest collapse in the last 100 years in real time. And I'm going to show you point by point. If you go back to my early videos, I talked about it all the time, because it was my third economic cycle that I was an active investor in. And not a lot of people can say that. They're just fence sitter morons that wear fancy clothes and drive fancy cars. I ain't that guy. And so we have the mother of all bubbles, a currency bubble, and it's already popped. And it's actually so much worse than just a bond implosion when yields go up. Countries are abandoning our currency. As a matter of fact, they've went so far as to build a whole nother economic plateau or safety net or ecosystem, for lack of better terms. This is horrific, but here's the good news. I couldn't be more pumped. Not only because I'm taking care of myself. Someone said the other day, they put out a comment, they said, you've been talking about a stock market crash for 3 years and it hasn't happened, and you've missed 25%. And I go, man, you're an idiot. I never said I knew when the stock market crash would happen. I said there will be one. I don't know when. And I went and bought silver and Bitcoin. I made more than 25%. How many of you have made more than 25% on your money? See, everybody's focusing on shares of NVIDIA, Tesla. Nothing. These stocks don't pay you anything. It's all perceived value, right? And when the rug gets pulled, it gets pulled hard. Now, ironically, it's being tugged on right now because all the billionaires have already exited their positions. Warren Buffett, all these guys, they've already sold. All you see now is retail buying, and you see hedge funds buying using retail's money being your pension fund. Every week, because of a scheme that the Federal Reserve set up in conjunction with the IRS. Remember, the IRS didn't exist until after the Federal Reserve existed. Please put those two together. They have fresh money to invest, your money, and they take the lion's share of the profits from it. It's the greatest Ponzi scheme ever. And I, 3 years ago, said that we are in a position to change the course of what the banks want to do. And how we do that is we don't believe their lies of debt. We get out of debt. We stop caring what people think about us. We vote with our dollars, and we hedge the money we have against the future insane policies of the government and the central banks. Type 12 if this makes sense to you and that you know that this plan will work. When we do these 4 things, we will be absolutely victorious, but we honestly need more people involved. As of now, this channel is watched so much. I mean, I used to be at like 9-10 million views a month until I did that one video about Marburg, and then boom, got knocked down, right, to like 1.5. We're up to like 3.5-4 million views a month, and I'm super stoked. But I just want to wake up more people, and I can't do that alone. Through this journey, I have tried to encourage so many of you to start channels, start everything, just get in. And I've seen people become wildly successful. This is a movement not about one person or a handful of people. And it's not a movement of a certain social class or a certain race or a social sexual orientation. Seriously, it's about all of us going after the ones that would want to do damage and harm to our children, to our finances, and then ultimately to our collective minds. I didn't plan on talking like this. I was just going to go over stories and be sarcastic, but it's hard to go over these videos and joke around. And I see the positive in all this. Trust me, we're going to crush it. I don't want to crush it by myself. I don't want to crush it with just 100,000 or 500,000 or 1 million people. I want to take 10% of this nation with me. And I believe we can do that. I appreciate you. I thank you for everything you've done for me. You've changed my life. Every time you turn on the video, make a comment, share a video on Facebook. Let's use Facebook to destroy Facebook. Share the videos. I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart, but I don't want it to stop there. I want you to have this exact same success. And so my only word to you as I leave is just try. Tomorrow, do something different. Carol, thank you so much for the super chat. Hope you guys have a great day. If you want to sign up for the newsletter, I'd appreciate it. Keeps you up to date on all the videos come out. I'll put a link down in the description and the top line description and the comment section. Hope you guys have a great night. The Economic Ninja is out.